learn how to be an ally and how to raise your voice on the right issues, and how to control your unconscious bias on it. So with that, let's get into our main announcement or the highlights again. So as you all know, Salesforce Customer 360 customer app, Salesforce Customer 360 gives you a single source of truth, which means every developer or every business can view their customers across all the applications like sales, customer service, marketing, commerce, community, and lot more. And every business can extend this Customer 360 platform or Customer 360 apps along with analytics, insights, Einstein, security, which would help them boost their business and at the same time make their business successful. So Salesforce Customer 360 is for every organization, for every size, for every industry, which will help them to be successful and grow their business. So around this Customer 360, all the innovations which happen are happening within the platform as a center. So everything what we do is actually centered on the platform, which is Salesforce platform. If you see all our clouds, starting from sales, service, marketing, and including Trailhead, everything is built on the platform. Not only that, our industries cloud, like financial cloud, health cloud, all these industries clouds are also built on the top of the platform. And just to mention, few months ago, we even came up, not even a few months, just a month ago, we even came up and introduced a whole new product, which is work.com, which helps everyone or every business to reopen safely. And to be honest, this product was not on our roadmap until March. But because of the power of a platform, which is very agile and easy to build, we were able to deliver a complete new product in the market this May. So that's the power of the platform. So let me dig into the details of the platform. As you all know, I'm sure many of you are already into the Salesforce ecosystem. You might be already maybe a developer, maybe an admin, or maybe a consultant, or you might be just starting. To keep everyone on the same page, so when I say platform, so you can think platform is like a magical set of blocks which will help you uh, build great apps by bringing pieces together or parts together, and you can build amazing apps using this platform. And you can think this blocks what you see on my screen, like security, AI, bots, flows. All these functionalities will help anyone to build applications on Salesforce, be it a point and click admin or be a pro coder who writes code and builds solution for customers. So platform has the capabilities to empower everyone to leverage all these technologies and deliver great solutions to businesses. That being said, let's get into the session highlights on what happened during the TDX highlights. So the first thing is the Salesforce Anywhere experience. I'm sure you might have already heard about this. So we have introduced a new experience within Salesforce to empower everyone who is working from anywhere or working from anywhere. Uh, you can think about Salesforce Anywhere as a messaging app which is built internally within Salesforce, which enables you to communicate with the users, the end users, or within the organization on each records detail or on detail, sorry, on records, or probably you can just use this as a chat to collaborate internally. So it's going to be an internal communicator, more of internal messaging communicator, which is built within the platform. So you can stay up to speed by using the Salesforce Anywhere, even if you're working from home or working from anywhere. And it helps you to collaborate on different context. It might be on records, or it might be on tasks, or it might be on activities, and you can collaborate in different ways. It can be chat, voice, or video. We'll dig into more onto it, on what kind of functionalities Salesforce Anywhere has. So to keep it simple, it helps everyone who's using Salesforce to sell, service, or market from anywhere using the Salesforce Anywhere app. And not only that, we have partnered with AWS, Zoom, Simons, where we are trying to bring in a lot of additional functionalities in Salesforce Anywhere. So this is just a start, but what you can foresee is you can actually dial voice calls directly from your service cloud. So that means you don't need to have a CTI integrations and everything. So voice calls are directly integrated into your sales service cloud using AWS Connect. Not only that, we are partnered with Zoom and enabling you guys to collaborate with your colleagues or customers internally using Zoom conferences or Zoom meetings. So without any delay, let's get into the demo. Before I begin the demo, I just want to highlight this. Since most of the functionalities and features are in pilot, uh, I'm I'm not able to run a live demo, but we have a demo recording where I'm going to walk you through all the details on how to set up and how you can implement Salesforce Anywhere, or what are the functionalities of any functionalities or tools we are talking about. With that, let's get into the demo of Salesforce Anywhere. So if you can see my screen, you're seeing a brand new Salesforce Anywhere mobile app. So you can start your day by just looking at the messages you have received. And next, what you can see is you can see the alerts tab and look at the alerts on the records, which you have already subscribed. You can also go to the subscriptions and see the records which you have subscribed. Let's go ahead and click one of those records which we followed. Click this icon, what you see on the screen, the details icon. Once you see, click it, you can see the list of records. You have followed two records, which is ANCO and Force Automotive, and you can also see the fields like which objects, cases, and accounts. Within that, we have followed a couple of fields like amount and close date. So whenever there are some changes on this, I would immediately receive those alerts onto my messenger app, and I can collaborate internally with my colleagues on the updates. Not only that, I can share this information details, and the other user can have limited access, or it is secured. Basically, he cannot see any fields which are not accessible under field level security. So that's how you can actually communicate or interact with your team internally. And you can also manage your notifications, like you can unmute the groups or customize your notifications. So what you're seeing here is a desktop version of the Salesforce Anywhere. It brings the same experience what you have seen in the mobile, and you can continue to collaborate within the organization or within the team about different records which you're already working on. It might be on cases or records. So with that, we we can conclude that Salesforce Anywhere is a messenger tool which would help you to interact with the colleagues and also get alerts, customized alerts based on the records which you're interested on. So before I go to the next topic, I would like to take any questions you might have. Feel free to type in into the chat. All right. So I see that there is a question from Javed. Javed says, how Salesforce Anywhere is different from the chatter in standard Salesforce app? That's a great question, Javed. So before chatter, I think you have also, if I'm not wrong, you might have remembered an instant messenger which was available within Salesforce, but meanwhile, we have deprecated that. But the Salesforce Anywhere is going to be a real-time instant messenger, I would say, just like how you're using your Facebook Messenger, right? Or probably a WhatsApp. It's going to be an instant or real-time communicator within the organization where you can chat with individuals. So I think the Salesforce chatter is more of a chatter where you can post comments or probably post a topic, and probably people can comment. But Salesforce Anywhere is going to be beyond that. It's going to be an internal communicator altogether where you can collaborate and communicate. Hope that answers your question. Awesome. Any other question, guys? Feel free to unmute yourself and ask questions. All right. I think we are good. Let me get into the next topic.
Vishwa, I
Uh,
think there's another question.
sure. Yeah. Let me pull it up. Okay. Faninder says, how's the Salesforce app installed in mobile different from Salesforce anyway? Um, I think I didn't understand the question. If I'm not wrong, you mean to say that Salesforce app and the Salesforce Anywhere app. Is that correct? Okay. So Faninder, as I said, so Salesforce Anywhere is going to be a more of real-time interactive messenger, as I gave an example of say Facebook Messenger. Yeah, and the plan is to embed everything into the Salesforce. But yeah, you might be seeing it in the coming releases. But yeah, we have launched the Salesforce Anywhere at this point of time as a mobile app and also a desktop capable application. Does that answer your question? Cool. All right, let me get into the next topic, or the next highlights, I would say, rather than topic. There are a bundle of announcements what we have done, and I'm going to give you a sneak peek for each of this highlights what we have announced. So let's start with DevOps Center. I think this is a new term, especially for Salesforce developers, I would say. I know a few organizations use DevOps, uh, but Salesforce have started investing heavily to improve the experience around the change and release management. I know there are many tools available externally, but yeah, Salesforce has been investing and improving the experience around the change and release management. So using the DevOps Center, which is going to be a central application where you can, sorry, yeah, which is the central application which will help you to deliver the new DevOps solutions. So the first version of the DevOps Center will provide you an rich UI experience around the change and release management, which will cover mainly two things. The first one is uh, the DevOps Center will help all admins or developers to deliver a modern and a robust experience for declarative and probably a coding implementations or releases. And second thing, it will also allow admins and developers collaborate between their implementations and throughout the DevOps process. So these are the primary things which will help the admins and developers to collaborate during the release management or the release cycle, which would be a game changer for sure. And the second announcement, which is very exciting for me, and I'm sure many of the developers would be excited with this announcement. I'm sure many of you have been using Developer Console for a while for most of your development, and if you already started using VS Code and the CLIs, but we have recently announced Code Builder during the TDX, which is going to be a new web-based developer environment. So this is going to be optimized for Salesforce, and this web-based code builder is actually powered by Microsoft Visual Studio, sorry, Visual Studio Code. So to keep it simple, we are investing heavily on the code or developer experience, I would say, which would actually help you to write, build, or deploy code anywhere using web rather than worrying about installing the VS Code and other tools. And once you log into your web-based code builder, you would be able to implement the same capabilities on how what you're doing using your VS Code currently or any other command tools. With that, let me jump on to the next interesting announcement, which is functions. You might have already heard about Salesforce Evergreen. So Salesforce Evergreen is now renamed or called as Salesforce Functions. So you might have a question, so what is function? So to keep it very simple, in simple words, its function is nothing but a service offering. We can call it as function as a service. So it gives any developer or anyone who writes code the ability to code in any language of their choice and run it on demand and scale on the cloud. So you can build functions using open source programming languages like Java or Node, leveraging the libraries from the npm. So that's about the three major announcements. One is DevOps, code builder, and functions. So before I go to the next topic, I'm happy to take any questions if you guys might have. Let me look into the questions of the chat. All right, Javed asks, will we be able to create LWC component from code builder unlike the developer console? And is Salesforce deprecating developer console now? That's a great question, Javed. So absolutely yes, for the first question, yes, you can create LWC components from the code builder. It's going to be more advanced, very advanced, I would say, than the developer console. To keep it simple, it's a web version of VS Code, what you might be currently using. So that's what the code builder is. And the second question, no, we are not going to deprecate the developer console as of now, but the plan is to invest more time onto building new developer experiences like code builder or other tools. So we are not yet decided to deprecate it. It's going to be available for good amount of time. The other question from Nihal is, for code builder, do we need any extra licenses? Good question, Nihal. I'm sure we are going to provide the code builder for free of cost for all the developers. But yeah, there is a chance of having a licensed version, which might have more capabilities rather than a free code builder might have. So for all the developers, yes, that code builder is absolutely free. But for an enterprise organization with robust or complex release management or development, I think we might provide some premium services or premium functionalities, which might have an additional license for it. But for all the developers, yes, it's going to be completely free, just like your developer console. And what else? Builder, I believe there is an Harley charge on code space. Uh, Code space. Sorry, Puneet, I'm not really sure if I understand your question. Harley charge. I
Hello.
think yes, Puneet, go ahead.
Yeah. So the Microsoft Code Space, I did it with the Azure for the AWS, and I believe you need to have your own virtual machine, and there is an hourly charge for how much time you use it, and you need to turn off your connection. So, do you think there will be a charge for us, or
No, no, no. We are not going to have an hourly charge for the code builder for sure. As I said, it's going to be free for all the developers to build. So it's going to be a more an essential tool for all the developers for developing any new functionalities or anything they want to build.
okay? And for the functions, is that free as well?
Yeah,
Okay. Thank you.
So just to answer
and
another thing.
functions are open sourced actually. So
So the thing that Puneet is asking is that it's actually a different thing. So code space is a completely different thing.
right, right, exactly. All right. Any other questions? Is the code builder provide a formula debug functionality like Visual Studio IDE? Uh, Ali, yes, I think there are more other additional functionalities what we are trying to build in apart from what are currently available. Uh, we are also trying to, actually, we have already bringing in, currently the code builder is in pilot, which is closed for a few of the customers in a pilot mode. We are also giving the capabilities where you can run your SQL queries, where you can pull the data tables directly into your Visual Code Builder or the Code Builder or the Visual Studio Code. Punit, no, yeah, it's not based on CodeSpace. It's actually based on Visual Studio Code, which is an open source. Okay, Javed, any specific browser or system requirements to run Code Builder? I think all the major browsers, I would say. But yeah, I think we might have more better information once the Code Builder is generally available. But yeah, it's going to actually support all the major browsers like Google, Mozilla, Firefox, Mozilla Firefox, or Google Chrome and Safari for sure.
And I'm sure that no one is using IE11 at this era. So
Yeah, I don't
definitely,
want to comment on that, so that I just limited my answer to Google, Chrome, and Mozilla and Safari. Yeah,
that's all the browsers, hopefully.
yeah. All right. So, in interest of time, let's move on to the next topic. All right. So it's a quiz time. I don't want to say it's a quiz, but it's just a quick knowledge check to just understand what we
Kind
have
of a
done, or
trivia.
just a recap. Yeah, kind of trivia. Just a recap of what we have learned the last 10-15 minutes. So let's begin with the first question. Feel free to answer it in the chat, or feel free to unmute yourself and tell us what is Salesforce anywhere. Okay. Do you want prizes if you answer it? Hamza, do you have any prizes for them?
Yes, I do, but I just in the last session I just finalized that in this session we are not doing any quiz, so
Okay.
no gifts for these questions.
Okay. But I'm sure they might have some exciting prizes at the end of the webinar, of
Yeah,
this
definitely,
meeting.
definitely. Yeah, there are, but they are lucky draw basis. So
Okay. I think answers are coming in. Hussein says it's a messenger like app, it's a new app, collaboration tool for the sales team with calling feature, collaboration platform within Salesforce, app where people can communicate and share. Yeah, most of you have been answering it right. Let's get into the answer. So, Salesforce Anywhere empowers everyone to sell, service, market from anywhere. So, it's going to be a collaboration tool within Salesforce, which helps everyone to run their job within Salesforce. So, next question: what is Code Builder? I think I'm sure everyone is going to answer it very easily. We have taken good amount of time to discuss about it. Let's see the answers. Web-based IDE, web-based VS Code, yes. Browser-based IDE, okay. Any more answers? Okay, let's reveal the answer. So, Code Builder is a new web-based developer environment optimized for Salesforce, especially, and powered by Microsoft Visual Studio Code. With that, let's get into the next track, which is admin sessions. So I'm sure most of you are admins since we are uh, with the Karachi admin group. Uh, though if you're not an admin, if you're someone who writes code or you are a pro coder, I think the content which I'm going to share are of great information which would definitely help you uh, probably in your daily job. So let's get started into our admin track and pull out our first topic on admin. I'm sure as admins, we all love the point and click, which is called LowCodeLove. And
हाँ
we are,
सॉरी सरप्राइज हाँ
I'm sorry.
अभी कर रहे क्या थोड़ी देर से कनेक्ट होंगे क्या सरप्राइज 4 बजे तक
Thanks for that. All right. Okay. So let me get on to the low code love. Yes. So with Summer 20 release, there are a lot of tools and functionalities which we were able to deliver, especially for admins, where they can actually build dynamic forms and actions and in-app guidance. So let's get into the details on what are these dynamic forms and actions. So dynamic forms and actions, which will definitely help all the developers to transform their existing record pages or static data into intuitive experience. Meaning I might have complicated this, but yeah. So dynamic forms. I forgot to mention this. Yeah, dynamic form was one of the not one of the it was the topmost request feature on the idea exchange. So many of you, it might be you or other community members across the globe, they have been requesting this dynamic forms and actions uh, as a priority functionality, and our product team has taken it as a priority, and they have released the dynamic forms and actions in summer 20, which are actually available for you to go and try it out now. So you can actually using dynamic forms, you can actually hide or show certain data or certain fields when necessary. I mean, you can add a filter, like if the country is probably US, you can show only the data which is relevant to that. If the account type is relevant to this, you can hide or show the data relevant to that. So basically, you can transform the static data into intuitive experience by adding some filters, which will actually increase the productivity of the end users rather than the long page layouts with a lot of fields. So you can trim it out by a filter criteria based on what data they are trying to view on the particular layout. And I'm sure it's going to save a lot of time for admins as well, rather than explaining the end users on how they need to deal with the data. So we'll look into a simple demo and see how the dynamic forms will actually work. So let me get into the demo now. All right. So what you are seeing on my screen, confirm me if you are able to see the page. Yeah.
Yes, we can.
All right. So we are on the setup homepage, and let's navigate to user interface and go to record page settings. You can enable dynamic forms here and just hit on save. Once you hit on save, you can go ahead and edit any existing pages to dynamic forms, record pages. So I have clicked one of the existing custom object record page, and I clicked on the detail. On the right side, you can see a small wizard, which will help you to upgrade this page into a uh, dynamic form. So just enable the dynamic forms and assign to the layout, and boom. So your layout is automatically adjusted with the new dynamic experience. You can click on the field and you can actually see that all the existing behaviors of the fields are retained, like required and read only. You can change over the fields or change anything, and you can also add the visibility filters based on a condition, and the data is going to be shown based on that. On the left side, we added a new panel for fields where you can drag and drop the fields what you want. So that's about the Lightning dynamic forms. Hope it's an interesting functionality. I would recommend everyone to go and try it out based on a condition, and I think it would be a game changer for everyone. With that, let me go on to the next topic, which is in-app guidance. Uh, I'm sure that many of you are probably mainly admins, I would say. I think you might have been seeing a lot of challenges where uh, you were trying to onboard new users to Salesforce, and adoption is going was a very great challenge for you. So making the new users to adapt to the Salesforce UI or the Salesforce experience is definitely not easy. And I'm sure that you might have done multiple rounds of user trainings, and I'm sure everyone, majority of the end users come back with questions to the admins. I think all the admins will definitely love this in-app guidance. In-app guidance was available in the last release as well, but I think we have added additional functionalities into the in-app guidance, which is going to be uh, a kind of learning path which can be created within the platform or within the Lightning experience just using the clicks. So it's going to be a navigation where you can actually showcase the end users on what is a tab, what you can do here, what are the record pages, how you can edit the pages, and how you can save. So it's going to be more of in-app guidance. Uh, I'm not sure if you are able to catch what is in-app guidance. To give you a simple example, if you install a new app or if you have logged into a new web page or a account, I'm sure it will give you the guidance. So where is home page? Where is the navigation? Where you can reach out to the support? So in-app guidance is something which is going to be similar to that, and the admins and developers have that capability to build that in-app guidance uh, within Salesforce. Excuse me. So enough talk. Let me show you. I'm sorry. Yeah, let me show you the in-app guidance in action so that you get a better understanding on the in-app guidance. So as I said, in-app guidance is currently available for you all. You can actually go into your existing developer org, just go to the setup and just type for in-app guidance, and I'm sure you'll be able to find the in-app guidance. Here I'm going to one of the existing in-app guidance on opportunity. Here is a preview on how it looks. It shows me where are the tabs and what is my recently viewed opportunities, and it navigates me to the detail page where I can see all the details and the overview of this particular opportunity record. It's asking me to update. Let's go ahead and change the value and just hit on save. So once I update, it's actually giving me the CTA, or the click to action. It's asking me to go and watch a video, which gives me a more understanding on what I'm trying to do. You can embed any video which you have already created or which is already available on YouTube, and people can go ahead and use it. So let's see how we have built it. Let's go ahead and click on edit. So, okay. Yeah, here you see the new in-app guidance edit screen where you can customize. You have two types of prompts. One is floating and one is docked. And you can see the step-by-step in-app guidance where you can customize what you want to show on each of this in-app guidance. And you can actually name the title of your in-app guidance and what is the body of it. If you go to one of the steps, you can actually define what you need in order to showcase the end users when they click that particular area or when they are onto that particular screen. So with that, I think that would be a great experience for end users as well to go ahead and understand how to use the tabs, how to use the list views or the detail pages, how to edit. And not only that, one best thing what have actually which made me very excited is you can actually also link it to any of the CTAs. As I said, you can actually also redirect them to one of the Trailhead modules where they can learn more about opportunities or leads, how to edit them, kind of stuff. So that's about the in-app guidance. But before we get on to the next topic, I would like to take any questions you might have for both dynamic forms and in-app guidance. Okay, I think Sonali has a question, which is a valid question. Sonali, yeah, the in-app guidance is currently available on custom objects. Sorry, the dynamic forms are currently available on custom objects, but soon, yeah, it might be available for the standard objects as well. Any other questions on dynamic forms and the in-app guidance?
I think they are, yes.
All right, Anuj says, can we display app guidance based on some filter? Uh, That's a good question, but when you say filter, what kind of filters, Anuj? So basically, in-app guidance are more of to give the end users give an experience on if they're trying to log in for the very first time, right? They're new users, so basically you are giving them a walkthrough, a step-by-step walkthrough on how to do it. Uh, it's completely controlled by you, but I don't think we can add any filters for the in-app guidance as of now. Is it in production or is yet to release? Darshan, I think
Yeah,
in-app guidance is currently available now in all the developer orgs and production orgs as well.
yeah, Viswa, Anuj here.
Yeah, Anuj.
Yeah, so what the filter is, what I meant is like if user is logging from EMEA region, they can get different app guidance. They are logging from APAC region, they will get different app guidance for the same opportunity or the same object. So can we do some filtering based on some location? So any kind of filter we can apply on the app guidance.
Based on the region, you mean to say? Anuj, I sorry, I missed the first point. What you said.
Yeah, so filter, what I mean It's like if the users are logging into the Salesforce from the EMEA region or the Europe region, then they can see app guidance differently. And the users are logging from the APAC region, they can see app guidance differently for the same object, same opportunity, but they can see the different some
Yes, yes, that is possible. Yeah.
different.
So basically, you can filter on the user profiles. Does that answer your question, Anuj?
Yes, yes.
Cool. All right. If there are no questions, then let's get on to the next topic.
I think there are. I think the next question is:
Okay.
do you see the dynamic form replacing record types?
Uh, I don't think so. It's definitely not going to replace the record types, but maybe in the future. But yeah, I don't have a comment at this point of time. But yeah, dynamic forms is going to be more than a record type, or it's going to give you more control over the records on the dynamic view for sure. For now, yeah, record types are not getting deprecated at this point of time. Maybe in the future.
All right, I do have one question, by the way. So, is an in-app guidance available on the community, or just for the Salesforce only?
Yeah, it's available on the community as well.
That's great.
It's for all the users. It's not just internal users. It's for all the users.
That's huge. I
Yeah.
think there's another thing by Puneet. I don't know if it's a question or information. So you can select visibility on app guidance based on the profile and the custom permission.
Okay. I think that's an answer if I'm not wrong.
Yeah, I think yes.
All right. Thanks, guys. So let's get on to the next topic on building mission critical experience with Community Cloud and Salesforce CMS. So before I get into building mission critical experience, let's talk about what is community and what is CMS. So Community Cloud actually helps any business to provide the digital experience. And I think in today's world, I think it's very important for any organizations to provide that digital experience. Uh, Seeing the current situations, yeah, digital experience would be a kind of game changer for any businesses which wants to sustain and continue into the current trend or the current situations what we have. And yeah, Salesforce CMS will actually, and CMS is more of a content management system. If you have seen WordPress or any other content management system, so Salesforce has come up with its own content management system where it gives you the ability to connect your CRM data directly to your digital experience. So it can be your portals, your community portals. It might be with your customers. It might be with your partners, or it might be on social media or anywhere. So basically it helps you to connect your CRM data directly to your customers or to your partners using the digital experience. So uh, I know there is a lot of content which we can talk about community on this, but I'm going to talk about two important things here. One is the Lightning Web Runtime, which is going to help the communities, and the second thing is a little bit of Salesforce CMS for sure. Uh, so the best or the great a good announcement or a great functionality or the release, I would say, uh, the community is now powered with great omni-channel experience where all the customers or all the Salesforce CMS content can be connected with uh, pixel perfect components, which is completely powered by Lightning. So basically, based on a survey, what Salesforce did, it found that every second, any customer site or any site for that matter, which takes an extra second to load, so customer satisfaction goes down by 16%, which is huge. A simple example, if you're trying to shop on Amazon, if you're trying to shop on eBay or any other e-commerce sites, just an example, if the loading time is taking at least a second more than what was usually taken, the customer experience would definitely get down, and that would definitely impact the business. So this is a survey what Salesforce has done, and we found that 16% of in drop of customer satisfaction is found because of the delay on loading your digital experience sites, be it your community site, partner site, or your web digital experiences. And That's the reason we have introduced, or we are excited to announce, the Lightning Web Runtime, which is built within the communities, plus within the, sorry, it's within the community where we are announcing this Lightning Web Runtime, where you can deploy a sub-second experience powered by Lightning. So you can actually use the complete Lightning web components into your community, so that you can create a great experience for your customers or for the end users. So what you can do with Lightning Web Runtime is you can actually make use of Lightning components, completely 100% Lightning components into your community, where it would definitely boost your performance, and you can reuse the components, the Lightning reusable components, and it would definitely boost the productivity along with the community. So community is one which actually helps any businesses or digital experience to grow with the community productivity. So to conclude, the Lightning Web Runtime can help you deploy high performance experiences with just click and code, with a lot of out of the box components which are already available on community. And at the same time, you can build your custom components on uh, Salesforce and deploy it into your community. So I have a demo, but I don't know if it's going to take time. I think I took almost an hour for now, but I'll directly jump onto the content management system, so that it would help us. All right. So as I said, community is not just about connecting with your partners. It's also delivering the digital content using your digital experiences. So as I said, Salesforce content management system, or Salesforce CMS, which is currently available in your developer orgs. You can just go ahead and enable communities and enable CMS, and actually you can understand the power of Salesforce CMS. So as I said, it's more going to be a content within your Salesforce CRM system, where you can connect that into the community. It might be about probably uh, FAQs, or probably your FAQs document, where you can connect Salesforce articles, internal knowledge articles, to your digital experience site, where the end users or the customers can actually go and understand the processes or the business requirements. Not only that, you can actually have chatbots integrated into your community and connect with the CMS, where the customers can log into the digital experience and actually interact and get the information what they need using Einstein chatbots as well. So to keep it simple, yeah, Salesforce content management system is out of the box functionality which is available within Salesforce, rather than integrating other external CMS. It might be any major CMS available in the market. So the inbuilt content management systems helps existing and new customers to connect with their customers and partners using the content management system which is available for now. So with that, I'm happy to take any questions you might have.
Vishwa,
And
actually, I would like to see the demo as well, and I can see that Puneet and maybe other people's also interested to see the demo for Lightning Runtime.
awesome. Then let's get on to the demo then. Okay, I think Ali says CMS is Quip. Short answer, no, Ali. CMS is more of the entire data which is available in your Salesforce org. So you manage what data can be visible to your external audience and what not. It might be about your tickets, probably a case where it's a self-service portal which you can give access using that, and probably give them articles and other stuff. But yeah, so it's more than Quip. All right, so let me get on to the demo. Okay, so for the demo, let's take a fictional company which is called Salesforce Energy, which is a energy provider, or which actually powers the electricity for a region somewhere in US, just as an example. And what they have got an information from their uh, mission critical team is there is going to be an outage for a few hours, and I think it's important to notify to all the customers using the digital experience what they have. And Salesforce Energy is a Salesforce customer, and it's using Salesforce Community and Salesforce CMS. So let's see how Salesforce Energy is actually using the Lightning Web Runtime and communities as well as CMS, and trying to help the customers using the digital experience, which is powered by Salesforce Community Cloud. All right. So what you're seeing on my screen is a digital experience site, which is actually built on Salesforce Community Cloud, and which is running on Salesforce Web Runtime. And it's also powered by Salesforce Content Management. What you're seeing is actually a separate Lightning Web component, which is actually using the content which is coming from the CMS as well. So let's go ahead and see how we can build a digital experience using the digital community experience. So what you're seeing on the screen is the existing page, which is actually a pixel perfected experience. What you can see, which are each of them are actually a Lightning Web components, which is a combination of out of the box components, or it can be a standard components. So now the important thing is, let's go ahead and add a new page for our outage. We are going to create a new standard page. Let's create the page as the name as outages, and let's create. So this is going to create as a blank page. So now let's go ahead and add this page to the navigation tab. Go to the default navigation, click on edit, and add a menu item. Name the item as outages, and connect the page which we just created. And let's make it publicly available and save it. So once done, you can see that the outages page is now available, but what you can see is completely empty. It's just a blank page, but you can see the components which are actually available for you. You can actually add new columns or new components here, and you can actually add multiple components as you want, which would be a combination of both custom and out of the box components. We can also actually customize the options or customize the components, like you can adjust the height of this particular section, and probably increase the width and height of both. You can also choose a layout. Probably what you're currently seeing is a standard layout. You can actually take a custom layout and increase or decrease the size of this particular column. And yeah, just adjust as you need on what experience you want to give to your end users. And what you can see is all this is happening through just point and click. We are not using anything. If you see the component connection, you can see the list of components. Here are the list of custom components. And you can also see a couple of standard components. If you're already using the community cloud, you might have seen numerous out of the box components, but we are trying to optimize all the existing components with runtime, the Lightning Web runtime, and bring it to the community cloud. But you would be seeing more components which would be available very soon. So I'm dragging and dropping one of the custom components which I've already created, and what you're seeing is actually a Lightning Web component which we created, and it's actually looking pixel perfect on the current theme or the current font size and the click to action of the button what you're seeing. So now let's go ahead and add another component, which is outages map, which will actually show you the heat map of all the locations where the outage has been burst out. So I think this gives all the information to our end users or the customers to get onto the landing page and see where are the outages and if they are being affected or not. Let's go ahead and add a standard component, which tells or gives the list of all our service centers. So let's choose location for the menu. And yeah, here are the list of all the service centers which are available. Now let's customize or change some experience. Let's change the format for the colors or patterns here. We are choosing a dark pattern so that it looks perfect with the current styling. And we made the text as large so that it's easily visible for everyone, and we are publishing it. So that's how you can actually make use of Salesforce communities and help run or implement the community pages with just point and click and get it powered by Lightning Web runtime, which is actually going to drive the performance of all your pages which are running on Salesforce communities. So hope you liked the demo on the community. If you guys have any questions on it, I'm happy to take.
Thank you so much, Vishwa. This was really amazing, and thank you. This was very helpful, and I think that everyone loved the whole session by you. And after that, I think the Butter is the second speaker who is continuing giving us Trailhead experience and provides us more updates. So, Butter, are you ready?
Yes, Hamza.
Yeah.
Thank
Thanks,
you so
Hamza.
much and welcome. And thank you so much, Vishwa. It was really amazing to have you here.
Thanks, Hamza. Feel free to post any questions you might have. I'll be available for a while on chat and keep answering your questions.
Awesome, that will be
Over to
perfect.
you.
And there's
Yeah.
another thing that maybe people will ask for the PPT and maybe some videos that you have shared. So if you can share the content, that would be awesome.
Sure, I'll do that actually.
I appreciate it. All right, Butter, over to you.
Thank you so much, Hamza. And thank you, that was an amazing demo and amazing presentation with all the features that you have presented. And I hope everyone enjoys it and everyone has learned all the features and all the things that Vishwas has explained to us. So let me present my screen. I have a couple of important topics that I want to share with you guys. And here we go. Just let me share my screen. Let me know if everyone can see my screen and it is clear. Hamza, is my screen visible to you?
Yes, it's visible.
Amazing, amazing. Okay. So thank you, everyone, for joining this Trailhead DX20 Global Gathering session. So we are basically focusing on topics that are basically related to the admins. So let's deep dive in it. So just a great say by Steve Jobs. So great things are not done by one person; they are done by a team of people. So I would just want to relate this with the Salesforce team. So like they are giving us great features, great learning opportunities for us to enhance our capabilities and our businesses as well. So let's start with the first topic that we have in our presentation is champion productivity with Service Cloud. So I hope everyone is aware of the Service Cloud, what's the purpose of it, and I will not get into the detail of it, but the topics related to this, I want to just deep dive into it. To get started with the champion productivity with Service Cloud, it's important that you customize for each persona in your service center. So there must be different roles that are basically working in your service center, in your organization. There may be like a case solver, there may be an expert agent, there may be a team leader, and they have different personas, like they want to see different information on their screen. And identifying these personas can help you personalize layouts, apps, and contextually show and hide content with conditional visibility to make each user productive by showing information what they need. So just giving you an example related to this. So for example, as a case solver, so case solver are basically the person who are taking the calls or taking the cases from the chat or from email. So they are basically directly interacting with their customers, and they want to see some very specific customer related information and their cases, their past experience in their Salesforce view or in their service org. And if we talk about like as a team leader, so team leader is the one who are basically managing those case solvers. So team leader basically focusing on the progress of the cases, on the performance, how much time it is taking to close a case. So basically, it's basically focusing on different items. So developing these personas and meeting with your user is key. So initially, you need to understand what type of personas you have in your org or in your organization. Build a strategy for that and create those personas. So over here, the dynamic forms, as which was explained to us, can help us with the different information that is visible. I will show you a screenshot that I have in my next presentation slide, but I would just want to quickly go through with the other topics that I have listed over here. So give quick access to key information. So you can have now pinned regions on your page inside Salesforce. So these are some specific information or important information that you want to keep highlighted or pinned in your Salesforce page. So that like if user moves from one tab or one section to another, so they don't miss that information. So that's the feature for that. Save time with automation and AI. Macros. So macros can play a very important role over here. It reduces your time, it reduces your clicks, and it gets job well done. So for example, one example that I can give you is, once the case is solved, you need to mark that case as a closed case. And also you want to send that resolution email to the customer. So you can create a macro for that, and with one button, you can do that. And that will solve a lot of clicks and a lot of time of your service agent, or you can say a case solver. So let me quickly show you how pin region or how different layouts can help. So for example, if you can see on the left-hand side, so this is the page. As you can see, these are some pinned regions or pinned sections in the Lightning page. So you can see contact details are pinned, case details are pinned, and also the engagement details are also pinned over here. So that if user is navigating through any other tab or section, so they can quickly view what are the case details, what are the contact details over there. And also, as the dynamic forms are there, you can basically change the layout. You can put the filter on the components as well. So for example, a milestone component should not be visible to team lead. Just an example, it should be visible to only the case solver so that they are aware how much time is left to solve this case. So you can put a filter over there. So these are like a personas can help you over here. So what component each persona needs to see, and what component or what pin region can help them have a quick information in front of them. So any questions up till now?
I think no.
No, great. So let's move forward. So digitize your business with the business fast with automation. So amazing topic, amazing items that are in summer 20 related to the flows and Einstein next best action. So let's talk about flows. This is one of my favorite topics right now. Like in last few months, I'm exploring and learning how flows are basically enhancing our capability as an admin to basically implement complex requirements or ideas that you have in your mind. So for example, let's start with the topics. So first is trigger on record change or update, trigger on schedule or platform event, convert process builder into flow, run sockle in your flow, and generate flow test classes. So these are some key highlights that I have listed over here for you. So if you talk about flows and the recent updates that we have in summer 20, let me show you in the next slide that I have. So if you can see on the left-hand side image, you can see there are a couple of options. When you're creating a new flow, you can select one of them. So for example, you can directly run a flow when a record is changed or created. You can run a flow from a place, from a platform event flow as well. And you can also schedule it. So for example, like for scheduling, like send an email to all the customers on the weekend, thanking them to basically they have valuable feedback or they have submitted cases in your art. So just an example. I'm not sure if it's relevant to you or not. So few very important updates over here. So you can see, you can now in Flow also incorporate the spreadsheet component as well. So using the Flow, you can basically upload and download, and you can play with the spreadsheets in your just a side update, you can say. But the highlight is you can have a record, you can run a flow based on the record change or a platform event or schedule it. One thing that I want to emphasize over here is that previously Salesforce introduces the process builder. It is an amazing tool, but now you can convert those process builders into the flow. Why? Because flow is fast. Flow has a lot of more capability than process builder. So let me show you. I have an image for that as well. Sorry. Maybe I've missed that. But yeah, so you can convert the process builder into the flow. Also, you can run SOQL. You can run complex SOQL queries in your flow as well. So that's a great help for the admins to basically query the cross object or different kind of queries in your flow as well. And also you can generate test class for your flow as well. So that's very helpful and very time-saving activity that Salesforce has built for us. So you can basically create a test. You can see on the left-hand side, you can see I can define the parameters. And based on that, when I run it, Salesforce generate the test class as well. So I think that's very, very helpful for the admins to basically create, deploy the flows that you have built in your sandbox. Okay. So the next item is the Einstein Next Best Action. So this is a very, very amazing tool for all the Salesforce users that are working. And for example, for the Einstein Next Best Action, there are a couple of steps that need to perform, like you need to define the criteria, you need to define the strategy, and you need to define what are the actions that are available based on that strategy. Let me show you the example that I have pasted over there. I apologize for moving back and forth, but I think this is helpful for everyone to see how next best action Einstein Next helps us. So for example, you have a record and you define some criteria for the Einstein Next Best Action. For example, in this screen, you can see you can waive the fee to a customer. So for example, if customer is, for example, paying off $9,000 and like there's a small fee attached to it, you can waive it. So that's a very amazing, you can say, step that you can basically help to get this customer on board or have a deal with that customer. And with the Einstein Next Best Action, you can basically learn, you can do those actions quickly. And it also helps sales reps or service reps to basically have an options, so what actions they can perform next. I hope everyone understands how Einstein Next Best Action works and what's the purpose of it, and related to flows as well. A lot of capability over there. So any questions on these two items?
Badr, you mentioned test classes for flows. I didn't understood, like why would we need a test class for flows?
Flow, you need a test class for a flow. So for example, if you have a flow and you need to, for the deployment purpose, you need the test class for it. So without that, how can you deploy a flow?
I think there's a confusion. So for test classes, we usually don't need the test classes, but for maybe this, if you're using any Apex class in a flow, maybe that's why you need the test class.
Exactly.
Okay, so we are using Apex classes here.
Yeah, hopefully. Maybe Vishwa can answer that.
I thought this was a non-code thing. Okay.
Yeah, actually, the flow is a known code, definitely, 100%. But I think that we are maybe in this flow we are referring any Apex class. That's why we have to write. Or maybe there could be another thing that if you are if you need to make sure that everything is properly working, the flow, you might need enter write a test class for that, okay? Because test class is the best practice to make sure that if your functionality is working. I think yeah, we might need more clarification maybe in future for that. Thank you. That was a very good question, Akif.
Thank you so much. Thank you, Hamza, for explaining it in detail. So any other questions related to flows or Einstein next best action? I hope we should move forward. If there are no questions. So, okay. Building mobile experience fast with Salesforce. Let's start with the Lightning App Builder. With the Lightning App Builder, it gives you one place to build your Lightning page layouts and deploy them, whether it is to your desktop user or your mobile user. If I can remember quickly, before this, you need to create 2 different apps. If you want to have different layouts and different components, you need to create 2 different Lightning apps. But I think with this feature, you can just create one Lightning app, and you can customize it based on your desktop and mobile versions. With Lightning App Builder, you can add components, set component visibility, which you can set to your desktop or phone. That way, that component will only show to users on that device. With Lightning App Builder, you can build custom mobile experience for your users as well. Now, staying on top of the information is key. And with Notification Builder, you can send custom notifications from Flow Builder, Process Builder, or REST API. Notification Builder is available in setup. When you access it, you will see standard notifications like approval requests, event reminders, and chatter notifications. But you may have the need for more. With custom notifications, you can send a notification to the user, owner, group, or queue. Notifications are also support for account teams and opportunity teams. So this is an amazing tool. And for that, I think we are like building custom, we are building process builders to send emails based on some record updates. So I will show you an example in the next slide, what we have as an example. And in the last, custom offline functionality. With custom offline functionality, you can easily create a briefcase. Briefcase helps you define which objects and records will be available offline. Each briefcase can have maximum limit of 2,000 records, and you can assign a briefcase to individual user or to group. When they have access to a briefcase, they can access data when connectivity is challenging. So this is some of the amazing tools that we have inside mobile experience. So let me show you quickly the example. So on the left-hand side, you can see there's a page, there's an app, an inside app that I have defined a page which you can which is visible on the mobile as well. And like you can define the components, you can define the visibility as well. So what component should be visible on the desktop, what component should be visible on the mobile. And on the right-hand side, there is, I have put an image over there which says vehicle ready for delivery. So this is a custom notification that is generated through Salesforce. So you need to do the setup things and create a process builder for that. to send that image, to send that notification to the users on their mobile, so that they are aware of what information, what is happening on those records, so that they can quickly take those actions, next actions. Any questions up till now for on the mobile, on the notifications or offline functionality?
I believe no.
Okay, great. So the last topic that I have is related to the reports. Let's start with the app builder. Sorry. Okay. So there are few important updates.
There is a question by Akif.
Sure.
Is custom notification same as chatter feed?
Custom notifications usually is for the mobile, and also for the you can say in Salesforce notification. If we compare it with the chatter feed, I think these are two different items. Purpose is same, I think, for both. I think chatter feed gives you the information what is happening on that record. But like for example, if you want to receive a specific notification on a specific change on a record, I think this is where the custom notification feature will be helpful. Because I think you can do a lot in chatter feed, but like custom notifications, you can put merge fields over there in the custom notification. You can write your own specific message for that specific criteria as well. So if that criteria is met, Salesforce will send that notification to your mobile app, and also to the Salesforce notification panel as well. So I think that is helpful. And feed is always there. You can use feed for information as well. But yeah, for notifications on the mobile, and yeah, so we should use the notification feature that we have right now. So if you talk about, is my answer clear? Or any other questions that we have, Hamza?
Yeah, Akif says yes.
Okay, great, thank you. So there are three important features related to the reports. First is the disable preview. So if someone is using Salesforce Lightning reports right now, they must be aware of this feature. Second is the row versus summary formulas. And the third is auto add fields to the report type. So let's talk about the disable preview a little bit in detail. Disable preview, when adding multiple fields, changing multiple fields on a report, you can toggle off the update preview automatically to make editing fields faster. This means if you have multiple fields to move around or to add, preview won't be refreshing in between each field you add. In addition to turning off update preview automatically, you can quickly add fields by double-clicking on them as well. And rather than dragging and dropping them one by one, once you are done adding all your fields, now click the you can click the refresh button to see the revised or updated report. So in short, with all these items that Salesforce has added over there is to save time. So for example, like if you're building a report with a lot of fields, like it will take a lot of time to basically, when you're adding a field to the report, like it keeps refreshing by adding a new field each time. So you can disable the preview automatically toggle to basically add all the fields in one go, and then in the end, you can preview how the report looks. Also, to save time and to make time worthful, so they have basically provide a capability as well. By clicking double click on the fields, you can add those fields in your report as well. So these are some features which I can say it's a lot is helpful for all the admins that are basically working with the reports on the daily basis. In addition to building reports faster by disabling preview, you can help your users consume information faster by adding summary formulas as well. Summary formulas can help you sum up based on different types of products or either fields that so that you can understand data and reports, for instance, like case volume by month. So you can see we have summary formulas were over there for the number of fields you can create for them. But now you can basically summary any field, you can say. So for example, like you can say if customer is active, there's active checkbox on the record, and you're running a report on the account. You can basically see how many accounts are active or not. So that and summary can help you over there. You can basically put that summary item or some item, some feature on that field as well. Row level formulas are very, very helpful. I think previously what I was doing, like I download the report in the Excel file and then compare the two columns to basically find the right answer. But now Salesforce give you row level formulas in your Salesforce report now after this summer 20. So you can currently create only one row level formulas, which can have up to 5 fields to compare. So let me show you an example quickly how it is doable. So for example, you can see on the column side in the drop down, there's a function to add summary formula to any field or add row level formulas. So if you select row level formulas, it will open a builder where you can compare 2 fields over there. So for example, if you talk about on the screen, there are 2 fields. You can say, I think the second one is not visible. It's the billing state and the shipping state. You can compare if billing state and shipping state are same. You can put some specific value in that new field or new column that you're creating based on the if function or different functions that Salesforce provide. I think this is a great tool. This is a time-saving feature that Salesforce helps, and Salesforce provides to us to help the admin as well. And also in last, Salesforce provides a new feature which will be available in winter 21 to auto add those fields, all the fields that you create into the report type. So for example, you have created a report type in Salesforce to relate different objects. And I think before that, if you create a new field, you need to manually add that field into the report type. But from this, from winter 20, you don't need to do that. Salesforce automatically add that new field into the report types where that object is referenced. So I think this will saves a lot of time for the admins to incorporate all the changes, all the fields that you are creating, and building reports on that. So I think this is a very time-saving activity, time-saving feature that Salesforce provides to us. Any questions on the reports related to the disable preview or row level or summary level formulas, or to the add fields to report types?
Yes, brother. There are a couple of questions by Sonali Puneet. So the first question is that these formula fields are same as bucket fields?
Bucket fields are different. I think in bucket fields, you cannot compare 2 fields. Bucket fields are just used to basically bucket a group of values into one to show a specific text or a specific information in the report or in the column. But row level formulas are there to compare 2 different fields inside report.
All right. The next question is, are the report updates Lightning only?
Yeah, these are only for Lightning. Like you cannot see disable preview in the Classic or row level formulas in Classic. You can certainly have summary formulas, like you can do sum or average or minimum maximum value in the summary formulas in Classic, but you can do that in Lightning as well. But now you have disable preview in Lightning, you have row level formulas, and in future, in Winter 20, you can now also add fields to the report types automatically without doing anything.
All right, I hope this answers the question. The next question is there any setting to disable auto add of fields on report types?
Right now, this is not been available generally, so I'm not sure whether there will be a feature to basically stop that. So once it is there, as it is mentioned, it will be beta in Winter 21. So let's hope we have that option to basically disable it. But right now, I'm not sure whether the option will be there or not.
Well, definitely, these are going to be very amazing features as soon as they are available. Indeed.
Indeed, Hamza. And also, like one thing that I can point out, like Salesforce wants to minimize the time of admin that they are spending on different activities. So in report building, in flows, in creating row level formulas. So this is like, I think one thing that Salesforce is focusing is to minimize the time of admin so that they can focus on some important things, other important things as well in Salesforce.
That's great.
That's it, Hamza. I'm done with my presentation. If there are any questions related to anything we can talk about right now, or else, Hamza, you can proceed.
Well, thank you so much, Badr. That was really amazing. And again, thank you so much, Badr and Vishwa, again, for the coming and joining us and sharing your all lights on us about the TrailheaDX. And it definitely is going to, was a really good one session. And I really learned a lot, although I was in TrailheaDX as well. But yeah, this was very good. So thank you, everyone, also. And is there any, anyone have any question regarding any from any of us? Me, Vishwa, or Badr. Please feel free to ask, and then we'll move ahead to the next session. I mean, it's going to be a quiz and actually a wheeler for the winners. Sonali is thanking Badr and Vishwa for great explanation of features.
Badr, I have one question.
Sure.
Hello? Yeah, so like in flows, you said that we can invoke them on field change. So is it also possible to, like in triggers, we do comparison of old value and new value? Is it something similar possible in flows also? Like a particular field has been changed from a certain value to another value, then only invoke the flow.
I think yes, that's doable. So that's why they have put that new feature. So if record is created or updated, so in update, like there can be multiple conditions. You can compare with the old value and the new value as well. I think yes, still flow can do that. Akib, is this clear?
Yeah, thanks.
All right then. Well, then quickly let's move because I think that we only have a short time, and I know this is a weekend. We all have to do a lot of things. I'm quickly going to share my screen. And meanwhile, Vishwa and Badr was giving us updates. I quickly pulled all the names of the people who have joined this session. And on the right-hand side, you can see I have put all the names on the right-hand side, and just make sure that there's no duplication at all. So it should be a fair. And if I see a list of giveaways that we are doing today, we do have 2 certification vouchers that can be up to use up to $400 certification as well. The other one is we do have admin sessions voucher. Actually, no, that's not a voucher, but that's an invite. So you will receive an email, and that is for people who want to learn Salesforce from scratch. That's his personal private class, actually. The other thing is that we have is a global giving gift cards. That's 2 of them. And the other thing is the portal swags. You have Salesforce portals that we can deliver it to, but unfortunately, it will be only delivered to Karachi because of you know for COVID-19, thanks to COVID and all decisions. So running ahead for the certification voucher is Kirthana. So congratulations, Kirthana, for winning a certification voucher. Please add your email address on the chat, and I'll get it from there, and I'll contact you over that email, and we'll provide the voucher through that. Is Kirtan on the call? All right, great. So yeah, so Kirtana, please add your email address here, and I'll just update quickly. All right, so let's go back, and I'm removing Kirtana because I don't want all the gifts to be shared with Kirtana. So I'm removing Kirtana from here, and now scrolling again for another certification voucher. All right, so we have another winner is Sawarna Shekhar Das. I'm sure, I'm sorry if I pronounced this name wrong, but congratulations, and also same instruction for you as well. Please post your email address on the chat, and I'll get it from there and contact you and provide you the vouchers. And just to be sure, Sawarna, are you on the call? All right, great. I can see your confirmation here. Perfect. So moving forward, I'm also removing you from here. And the next giveaway is for the admin class. So it's Wakar-san, congratulations. So this is going to be, please also, same session for you. Please provide your email address and I'll share it with the Brain team, and they will contact you with the class instructions, and you can choose when you want the class to be happening. Plus, if you think that Wakar, you are old enough about the Salesforce and the basic admin training, you can also give away this to any person you want. So, and just to confirm, Wakar, are you on the call? All right, great. Wakar, thank you so much. Please provide your email address. And I'm updating my notes with all these email addresses. Just please bear with me a second. All right, the next is the Global Giving gift card, and I'm spinning the wheel. And obviously removing our cars in. All right, so winner is Faisal Latif. Congratulations for winning the Global Giving gift card worth $50. And also same instructions for you as well. Please provide your email address and I'll send you the instructions. And please confirm if you're on the call. Faisal, are you on the call? Please confirm by texting on a chat, or unmute yourself and say something. All right, I think Faiza has left. I cannot see her under the chat and people list as well. All right, then we can remove Faiza here and run the spinner again. So maybe it's your lucky day, guys. Whoa, Akif, so close. So winner is Ashish Kumar. Congratulations. And same instructions for you. Please provide your email address and also please confirm if you are available on the call. All right, great. Congratulations, Ashish. Please provide your email address and I'll send you email. for the Global Giving $50 gift card. And now removing Ashish from the list and also running another dealer for another gift card for $50. It's SSD Mahindra. Congratulations. Please confirm you're on the call and also provide your email address. All right, where you are. Congratulations again. So it looks like, and I mean, actually, congratulations all the winners. So that was all for the gift cards and all the virtual things that we can do. Now we are still having two Salesforce portal as a swag, and we can deliver it to for Karachi only. So let's just hope that if we want someone from Karachi. All right. So removing Esplanade as well. And I'm sorry if you are out of Karachi. So I'm really sorry for that. All right. Is Masam Abbas. Congratulations. Please confirm if you're on the call and if you are from Karachi, and also provide your email address. I'll contact you there and we can get the address and get your swag delivered. And really, thank you so much for everyone who joined the call. Actually, we do have one more bottle as well. So if you want to stick around with us and see who's the winner, you are welcome. But if you think that there are more important things that you can do today, then you are free to leave. And thank you so much again for the call, joining us. And hopefully the next session is going to be on the next month. And please provide your feedback, how we are doing, how we can improve, and what should we continue and what should not. And again, thank you so much. Thank you so much, Mr. Abbas. I will contact you. I hope you're in Karachi. And then last swag we are going to give, and also removing Abbas. And now the last swag we are going to deliver to too close Ali Khan, but it's Ali Pakistan. Congratulations. Please confirm, are you on the call and you are also from Karachi? Yes, you're on the call and I got your email address. Sounds great. I'll reach out to you. And that's all for us today. And thank you so much for joining. Hopefully, the next session we are going to have a quiz as we usually do. And I hope that you have learned a lot from this session. And there's a little fun because we didn't unmute ourselves, but I was expecting a lot of fun here. And but no, thank you so much again for joining all the winners. Congratulations, and I'll reach out to you soon about this call. And also, this session is being recorded, so this also being available on YouTube and also on my website mzaz.com. You can revisit anytime you want. And if you have anything to say, please unmute yourself and feel free to say anything. All right then. Thank you, everyone. Bye all.
Thank you for organizing this. Thank you.
You're welcome. Yeah.
Thank you, everybody. Have a nice day. Bye.
Thank you. Have a good day, guys. Have a good weekend. Bye. Salam, namaste.